Rare Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
To play basketball.
You think it's faster?
Definitely faster, more creative.
Yeah.
Like if they not traveling, then it's just like that shit's crazy. What
But
they doing.
is the Euro
They dancing, bro?
Is that flying in your time?
Yeah, I mean we had Ginobili that started
Ginobili
the
started
Euro
that
in my
shit.
era.
Sure
yeah.
did.
His shit was smooth
His shit was
though.
different.
Like,
His shit was
they
different.
shit look
His
It
shit
was
was
the-
different.
it
That
was
shit's
the
traveling.
first
Yeah,
time.
that shit's traveling.
But now they be doing the shit.
that
like,
shit is crazy now.
That's
Like
a Euro
should be
3-step.
nuts.
yeah. But coming to the We Believe. Oh, before we get to that, LO. I wanted to ask you about LO. Was he one of the best high school players you ever seen?
Yeah, Lamar was nice. I mean,
Because you coming out to basically be a stretch, like what you guys started doing was new.
Right.
So what even and it's weird to even say that to somebody that really started balling in high school, right?
Right.
Because who knows what you would have been if you would have been doing dribble drills
Right.
in fucking elementary school, and then to grow up to be a stretch, like, oh no, I'm taking you out here and I'm gonna
Right.
dance with you, like
right.
you was really underdeveloped doing that shit. So
Right.
but LO was another person that was doing it like that. Like he
Right.
was,
Odom, bro.
he was doing everything. So
But I'm telling you, like, even it's a person I give credit before LO. It was Tim Thomas, bro. Like,
Tim
bro, I
Thomas was
swear,
6'9"?
dog, Tim 6'10".
shit.
I remember them
Bro,
years. They
Tim,
was
bro,
doing- they
listen,
was
Tim,
tearing
because
shit up.
Tim could play outside and he could post up and spin, lob, dunk, all that shit. But then he also could bring the ball up and run the one. He was the first one, like for real. You know what I'm saying? Lamar was just a lot smoother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Tim was the first one. Like he's to me always like in my eyes, he was the greatest high school player I've seen play.
Was Tim Thomas on that Sixers team with Chuck?
Yeah.
He was, right?
I don't think finals, but
Not the finals
No, I don't
team.
think finals,
okay,
no.
yeah. And we
yeah,
gotta
Jermaine Jones.
We would hear about
we
Tim
gotta give
with
Chuck
Shea
that.
Cotton.
Yeah.
That's when we would hear about
With Shea
Tim
Cotton?
Thomas. No, not like together, but them was like the high school names you would hear when we was younger.
Yeah.
You hear the Tim Thomases, you hear LO, heard about you, but like that's like that Shea Cotton. Shea Cotton and Tim Thomas name I always heard just growing up high school.
And Stephon Marbury, he ruled the fucking slam magazines. And
Yeah.
stuff. Like he was the man back
That's
then.
his own shit.
That was his shit. I know y'all got weed to sell, so I'm gonna speed this up. But I gotta ask you this about, because I thought this was interesting. I always wanted to know that D'Antoni shit, like with that speed offense. Like I just never talked to nobody who played for him
Right.
with that style. Right? It's like speed offense and whatever we do on defense is what we do. Right? Seeing how the game is played now, do you think his style could work better now, or it's still you gotta play that D?
Nah, that's the style of basketball now. He changed him. Dude I played for here.
Don Nelson.
Don Nelson.
Shout out to Nelly. The
Shout out
winningest,
Nelly.
losingest.
The winning is losing.
They the ones that changed the game of basketball, bro.
Yeah.
Like to where it is now. You know what I'm saying? Because now everything is 3 and D as they call it, but nobody really plays D anymore. Because I mean, you watch this shit, man. These motherfuckers
Bro, the
scored
scores, I was just
160
gonna say, bro, I done
points
seen so many. It's like
a-
2K. The scores is 2K
Come on,
scores.
bro.
160 points.
40 point quarters is crazy.
Non-stop. It's 2K.
40 point quarters
It's
is
literally 2K.
crazy, bro.
I said the same
It's literally
thing.
like y'all not playing no D.
Yeah.
I said the same thing.
We
It's crazy.
We Believe team. You, Baron, Matt.
Shout out Matt
Who
Stack.
I'm missing? No, Stack, Azabuki. You and Stack careers together is crazy too. You going to Atlanta for him, going back to the Pacers, and you just missed the Malice in the Palace. I don't know how, like you just missed it though. But I in my mind, this whole time I saw you swinging in the crowd.
I thought he was there too
Yeah,
for
I
all
thought-
the years.
Everybody
yes.
always like, yo,
Yes.
how was that? I was not there.
He wasn't there.
there.
He
You
wasn't there. No,
No, I wasn't
it's
there, bro.
crazy.
But across the street right there, turning that building into ultimately what it became now, I feel like you guys did the groundwork for what eventually became the Steph Curry era and the Ford Championship era, because you guys gave the fans something to believe in. Like, it was dead. Like, and all these fake Warrior fans, y'all was coming to the games when the Lakers was in town.
Right.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So how was that though? Because and was that the most overachieving team you've been on?
Nah, I wouldn't say we overachieved because we was beating their ass during the season.
Took the #1 seed out.
Yeah, but I'm just saying we we was confident we could beat them. And Nelly Nelly had just left from coaching them that year, so he knew everybody's tendency.
Dirk said
So
that
he
recently.
was literally like, Dirk, we're gonna force Dirk this way because he's gonna do the same, and he did it every single time. He did it every time.
Yeah.
Then he was like, Terry gonna do this. He did it every single. Josh Howard gonna do it. He did it every single time. So it was almost like we had a cheat code. It was like he knew he just told us everything they was going to do. And he was like, okay. And they did it. And we was right there to stop it every single time.
They ass.
But that building over there was special, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because I played a bunch of places. New York, the Garden is still the loudest arena I ever heard, and it was when Larry Johnson hit that 4-point play, because that was like, it immediately got like 20 degrees hotter, like immediately, and I guess that's from everybody screaming at once, and the building was shaking.
Wow.
So that's the loudest I ever heard. Second loudest I ever heard was in Sacramento.
Okay. The
That
cowbell.
Cowbell,
Yeah,
but it was
that
like
was
a
before the
play
bean.
that fucking Chris Webber hit on us or whatever. He had 50-something that game, and the shit went crazy. Second loudest. And third loudest is over here.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
Oracle.
saying? Like, Oracle go crazy, bro. And to your point, like, I just think that, like, we just piped the city up. We got it ready, and then when they came and put that shit together, it just took off.
It was crazy.
Only thing I just feel like it has turned more corporate though, bro. I just feel
Over
like
there,
just
for sure.
it's just
that's
like
all. I don't even go there
that
to
ain't
watch
even a
games.
feeling.
I'm
That's
like,
a fact.
yeah, it's like
You know what I'm saying?
they got one in there, thank God. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I ain't think it was gonna happen. I was like, that energy ain't right.
It ain't right, man.
You know what
It
I'm
ain't.
saying?
And those guys, like, you know, I've been because I waited my whole life, been a fan my whole life, so I waited for those championships, right? And when I'm sitting next to the guys who just put the playoff T-shirt on over the blue corporate tech company shirt, like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't fans. All of them got the sleeves rolled up with the man, fuck out
They
of
don't
here.
belong.
You know what I'm saying?
They weren't there with Billy Owens.
As soon as we go down by 10, they out.
Right.
We can go down
Gone.
by 10 in the third
Gone.
quarter, and they gone.
They're playing horrible tonight.
Yeah, a lot of y'all missed them Steph Curry shots because y'all left early. Viola,
They ain't seen none of the game winners.
Viola, you are somebody that transitioned very well. Like, usually we hear about athletes and horror stories about people blowing their fortunes or somehow some crazy shit happening, being in a situation they shouldn't be in. But you building a conglomerate in the cannabis space, right? And Viola, your company, named after your grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And could you speak to that and how that started and that whole story?
Yeah, so my grandmother came to see me play in 2011 when I was playing for the Nuggets. And when she got there, I took her bags downstairs, and she had me bring her bag back up, and it was a pill bag, so it's shaking and shit. So she come upstairs, she opened it up, and she started taking the medication. And I was just like, why are you taking so much medication? And she's like, I got high blood pressure, I got diabetes, I got glaucoma. So I was like, well, Grandma, you know cannabis cures glaucoma patients. I was reading this article the other day, and she was like, really, blah, blah, blah. She was like, well, what is cannabis? And I was like, marijuana, weed. She was like, reefer? She's like, boy, I ain't smoking no reefer. You out of your mind. She laughing. That's how y'all laughing. She's like, I ain't smoking no reefer. So whatever, shut me down. So next day I come home, shoot around. She's sitting in the kitchen, and she's sitting like this. And when I walk in, she squints. She's like, that's you, baby doll? I'm like, yeah, what's up, Grandma? She's like, I'm chilling. She's like, my eyes killing me today. I can barely see. So I said, well, why don't you try the cannabis? And this will be our secret. I ain't gonna tell nobody. It's between me and you. She was thinking for a minute. She's like, man, I'm in so much pain today. I'll try anything. So I called my man Bugs. He went to the dispensary. The only dude I knew I had a card. Came back with a strand called Vietnam Kush. Put it in a volcano bag.
Okay.
Take her in the garage. She started hitting this shit 2-3 times. And she like blowing it out her nose. I'm looking at her like
She a professional, huh?
I'm like, Grandma, come on, bro. You out here smoking reefer and ain't telling nobody? She like, boy, I smoked a cigarette one time when I was 16 is what she told me. So take her downstairs. I go take a nap, wake up from my nap. Now I remember the one time I smoked weed with Matt and Jack and Baron and all them, and I was so paranoid, I was tripping. So I was like, we gonna make sure she all right.
Right.
So I go downstairs, knock on the door, I don't hear nothing. Think she must be asleep. Knock again, I open the door, but she's sitting up at the edge of the bed, but her back's up the door, she's looking down. And I'm like, Grandma, how you feeling? And she turned around, she was crying tears. She said, I'm healed. She said, you know, I haven't been able to read the words of my Bible in over 3.5 years. And I was like, what? She was like, God gave me my sight back. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And we're in the room and she cried. She made me cry, so we both crying a little bit. And called my mother and she telling my mother the same thing. And I mean, pretty much like that's what made me like look at cannabis just differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, this shit really helps our eyes like that. and started educating myself. And you know what I'm saying, at the end of that season, I started looking for a facility. Me and my co-founder Dan, and we
Shout out
found
Dan.
one. You know what I'm saying, and rest is history, bro. We started off as caregivers, so all of our patients either had HIV or cancer that we were growing for. And a year and a half into that, they started to change the laws to give out licenses, and we got our first license, and we named the company Viola, which my grandma named.
Is purple her favorite color?
Purple's her favorite color.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, all of it, like if you see everything, like our edibles come out of grandma's kitchen, you know what I'm saying, our hash holes, grandma's donuts, you know what I'm saying, certain strains, grandma's pie, cookies, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So try to keep it to her, you know what I'm saying? It's funny, like, so my grandmother, like the last 6-8 years of her life, you know what I'm saying, she had dementia pretty bad or whatever, so, you know, she in and out, whatever. But, you know, one of the things when I first told her I named the company after her, she's like, I ain't gonna go to jail. And I was like, nah, you're gonna go to jail, right? So with her saying that alerted my aunts, right? So now everybody's like involved now, got something to say, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, like my aunts and stuff, like they watch my Instagram. You know, watch the Viola Instagram, and if there's anything that come on there that's like they don't think my grandmother would like be aligned with, they'll call me and be like, "Yo, what's that? What's that giveaway at the sex shop doing this?" Or you know what I'm saying? Like, so they be so. I'm just saying that to say like the name really like carries some shit with it. And
It's really true
like,
to grandma.
Right. I can't like. I can't do the thong bikinis with Viola on as much as I would love to.
I did think about that too, because you know I go to a lot of events with Tucky, and I do see Viola. It's always classy.
Yeah,
it's always got a classy look about it.
Thanks, bro.
So it's good. So in this space, meeting people like Tucky, and Tucky, you can speak to this too. Far as Al, you guys being African Americans in this space, and even you, Al, learning about the equity program, and even what Tucky had going on, and the challenges of going through this as a black man, right? Just speak to that real quick, Tuck, and you could just follow up Al.
Shit, he know the lady, like we met because we open, we have a brand. He had a brand. I got connected with you. Was it through Stack?
I think it was Stack.
It was through Stack, and then it was just because Matt had a brand. So we all meet, everything's cool. I had the previous partner, and I'm thinking they going down there to talk to him about us, you know, because we all met him at the same time. I'm the one who introduced him, you feel me? But we was already building just because he black man, I'm black man, let's talk. But my partners, they go down there and holler at you, it's cool. They come back, they don't even tell me they went down there. He called me. He was like, you know your partner's down here. That was locked in, we was done forever. I'm like, this my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they was supposed to tell me, not that I cared that they was going, but if we business partners, you going on behalf of us, how you ain't tell me that? And what was y'all talking about? He called and told me that.
So the hot take, the headline is Al Harrington blew the whistle on the people that was robbing Tucky Blunt.
Yeah, and they hadn't even started robbing me yet. But he just knew then something wasn't right.
Something wasn't right.
That ain't cool. And that made me fuck with him more. Because it was like, all right, if you willing to tell me that, I only had known, bro, maybe 3 months. Maybe at that time I only known Al maybe 90 days.
Yeah.
But in the 90 days, we had talked enough to where we both knew, maybe we both in this for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And we get fucked over a lot looking like this because we don't know a lot. My grandma the one. Yeah, that's why I'm in the space. Yeah, my grandmother took me to my first dispensary.
Yeah.
So we had so much in common. It was just like, dude. And I was already a fan anyway, just on the basketball shit. So it's like, nigga, I'm eating. We done connected me to so many motherfuckers' blood. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of them. Like, this is my brother. Only reason he went at the wedding is because he know why he went at the wedding. He was supposed to be at the wedding. That's my partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my real life partner. Check on kids and everything. So it's like when you meet people like that in this space, you gotta hold on to them because it ain't many of us that look like us. Yeah. It's only 2%.
Yeah.
I mean, he said it all, man.
Shit.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, we out here trying to move mountains and do the incredible and the unthinkable. You know what I'm saying? So just gotta keep grinding. We gotta keep kind of what Jay-Z said. We gotta be each other's crutches.
For sure.
You know what
That's
I'm
a
saying?
fact.
So
Not each other's
that's
enemies.
how it work, bro.
Before I let you go, and before we get to this bubble chuck, before we get out of here, I gotta ask you this though. You played under the infamous David Stern. We talking about cannabis right now, right? And where we at right now, where was it then as far as like testing and where players is now? And how because it's still not quite there because, you know, I mean, we talking about David Stern was finding Derek Coleman for wearing Timberlands.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit was serious. Like,
Yeah, he ain't bullshit.
He wasn't bullshit.
Stern was Stern.
Stern was Stern.
Stern
You know
was
what I'm
Stern.
saying?
He was
And so
fair, but he was stern.
You hear these stories about. I remember at one time, AI was on the freeway with his people and what's the old Sixers owner?
Pat Croce.
Crocer. He freaked out on his friends like, y'all fucking smoking weed in the car. I'm just saying that to say it was like it's this super bad thing, right? This stigma. And to where it is now, I believe everybody knows players smoke, but just don't say nothing type situation. But when should it be accepted and how has it changed?
Nah, it's changed already. So, yeah, to holler at Stern, convinced him that the players should always have access.
You had the interview with Stern.
Yeah,
That's right.
He helped
Chopped it up with him, put that together. He was like, damn, Al, you got me. They should be able to smoke. But it's crazy because, he an attorney, so, and, he just cold at what he do. So my idea was to try to get him to say something like that. Like, something like, maybe they should something. So I had like these 19 questions that was going to walk him down the road to try to get him to say it. And on the third question, he was just like, yeah, I mean, shit, after talking to you, all the stuff you showed me, like, they should be able to smoke.
Right.
And I was like, what?
He put that in writing.
So then I looked, because I was doing it with Mav Carter, Braun people and all that. That's who produced it. And I looked at him off camera. I'm like, bro, what else we supposed to talk about?
Like,
that's what we came.
We got it.
We came for that, right?
We came for that. We're done.
So whatever. Did the rest of the questions, whatever, and it changed. Like I remember, like the first person I knew in the league office that I talked to about after the interview, they was like, Adam Silver he was like. He said David must be an investor in that company. He said that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nope, that's not true. He's not.
When you present people with facts, it's hard to.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, like Giuliani to everybody. He looking
like just think about it.
Like last time you was on that, now you on this.
But listen, at the end of the day, the truth is the truth, and if it makes sense, it makes sense. You know
Period.
what I'm saying? And the fact that now the players they've been able to smoke since they went into the bubble. So since COVID, the players have been able to smoke. So they didn't take it off the ban list officially until this summer. You know what I'm saying?
I got some, that's crazy because I got a couple friends that's in the league and I was around them smoking and they was pretty free. And I never said nothing, but you answered it because I wanted to know.
Nah, they'd be right on the corner. I done went to go pull up to holler at a couple, you know what I'm saying? And they be right there on the corner of the hotel, like blowing.
Big blow.
In a circle, nigga blowing. Like, we about to go. That's what the like, that's how y'all do it.
That's official.
Fire.
Thank him. On some real shit.
This new strain, the Bubba Chuck strain. What is it exactly? Shout out to AI.
Yeah, big shout out to Bubba Chuck. So Bubba Chuck, if people don't know, that's like his childhood nickname. We got, y'all go to our social media at Viola, you'll see some of the, videos of him explaining the name. But he had an uncle named Bubba and an uncle named Chuck, and they couldn't figure out which one to name him, so they called him Bubba Chuck. But a lot of homies in the league and just his childhood friends all call him Chuck. So for us, we felt like it was this kind of next maturation of kind of telling his story. You know what I'm saying? Because that's essentially what we're trying to do. And with this strain right here, it's Blue Icy crossed with original biscotti and gelato. So I love it. You know what I'm saying? You smoked it. What you think about it?
It's very tasty.
I'm smoking
It's very tasty.
Ken, let me see that packaging so that people can see.
Very
what
tasty.
They need to be seeing. Yeah, that right there.
Come get that Bubba Chuck.
Oh, it looked good. It was very tasty. Looked good, smelled good, smoked good. Bubba Chuck is at Blunts and More.
At Blunts and More right now.
At Blunts
you know what I'm
and More,
saying?
pick it up.
And at Kana in Fruitvale.
Viola. And this is not his only flavor though, right?
No, he got an Iverson flavor too.
He got 91 and 96 too.
This is smoking though. I promise you this
one.
Y'all know
and
I
96.
Yeah, that one smoked. That one smoked.
Man, I'd like to thank you, Al, man. You know what I'm saying? And to thank you again for helping us as a city, you know what I'm saying, progress even with the sports. People don't understand how much that helps cities, you know what I'm saying? It helps communities to get that camaraderie and all that type of stuff. And thank you for, even rocking with my brother Tucky and how y'all rock, because like he said, it ain't many real ones around, and when you got them, you got to hold on to them. And also, I want to shout out Ice Cube on here because you are one of the first Big Three champions.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I've been seeing some slander on the Big Three league. They be hating on y'all. Got to stop hating
That's
on
some
Ice
bullshit.
Cube league.
Yeah,
Man.
they be hating
'Cause
on
that was
Cube.
pretty big of him to even do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him.
And it's a bunch of retired NBA coaches. That's coach. I mean,
feel
NBA
me?
players. That's
It's kind of
coaching.
fire. They just need this. If somebody supported it for real,
Yeah,
it's fire,
it'll be
actually.
man.
It's fire.
It makes sense.
Al, can you leave out your social medias and the social medias for maybe AI and Bubba Chuck and Viola?
Yeah, so y'all can follow me at Al Harrington 3. Viola is our IG. So just add Viola. Then you got violabrands.com. You want to check us out online. Iverson is the official AI, I think, or the official
it's
the official Allen
AI.
Iverson. Excuse me. And that's it, man. Just fuck with us. We appreciate you. Love all of y'all, and enjoy the product.
Tuck.
Man, easy peasy. Another, chilling with the homies. I'm just glad we here. Sell some Bubba Chuck. Shout out No Vultures as always. Shout out Viola. Shout out
your
some more.
pages that always get shut down.
That's why I don't shout them out. But Blunt Some More 510 is our most newest page. It hasn't been shut down yet. Tucky Blunt everywhere on all the medias, and support black cannabis.
I'm Lord Rab everywhere. We know Vultures everywhere. And listen, man, I'm smoking this for real. This ain't practice.
No, it's smoke.
This Bubba Chuck. Practice.
No, we
Practice.
smoking it. We
Nigga,
smoking
we ain't
it.
practicing. We smoking.
smoking.
We gone.
But
Stay on blue. I'm just trying to stay racked up like you.
Put an 8 in a 1 and do magic. Tryna stretch hair on like elastic. Eco-friendly drug dealer, I don't waste no plastic. Use all 4 corners of that baggie. All I ever wanted was a bankroll. So I pull up on Champ before the bank close. Say no to stank hoes and stank clothes. No paramedic pimpin', nigga, we don't save hoes. Yeah, rest in peace to Lil'